Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all honors, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Salutations to the elect brothers pushing this truth throughout all four corners of the globe with sincerity. Yeah, these last days and times, man, we seeing a lot of political uprising. The beast going against itself, you know, in Congress holding investigations, you know, against one of the noblemen or their elite. Okay, these Epstein files is them going against themselves. But the thing about that is, it's not like they really pursuing it. You know, it's just making the American people appear to care about the victims when they really don't care. Okay, you got Congress in these hearings investigating, but you ask yourself, do they really care? Are they really going to seek out to persecute the people behind these incidents? And the answer is no. All right, they sit on Capitol Hill with the appearance of due justice, but it's actually not no real justice being done. It's just to make it look like something. All right, just like with all the other cover-ups. All right, the investigation is just to put something on the agenda so the citizens could think that the government stand for something righteous, but they don't. They just mock righteousness. They just try to appear to be righteous. All right, this is all just a game. All right, they all playing for the same team, but they making it seem like it's a real good versus evil situation when it's not. They all sitting on the same panel, going to the same parties. All right, they know things that we don't know, and they hide. All right, just like the disclosure situation when they sit in Capitol Hill and talk about things that they gonna plan to uncover about so-called UAP and so-called UFO. They know that those are the chariots of the Most High, you know, but they mislead the people with talking about little green aliens. That's speaking blasphemy when they talk about outer worldly situations that come from little green men. You know, when they speak about talking about bringing to justice the people that's involved in children trafficking and all of that, they not really trying to uncover that. They not really trying to bring those people to justice, because if they wanted to, they could. All right. The drug sales in America, that stuff's being done by them. All right. So that stuff is like being hidden, and they just gonna talk about it to a certain extent. All right. Both parties are considered part of this beast, man. Democrat and Republican, they both part of the same beast. Okay. So when speaking of that, the scripture that come to mind is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. I'm gonna take it up because those people that's behind this stuff, the Lord speaks about them being judged. All right. And those who try to keep the wool over our eyes and tell us lies, there's a judgment for them. All right. I'm gonna take it up to starting from verse 9. It says in Revelation 13, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. All right, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, so these wicked elite, man, that's behind all of this stuff, all of this scandal and all this wickedness that's going on in this world, as far as the rape, rob, and murder of the Lord's chosen people, they're going to deal with a judgment that's far more punishable than what the judicial system has in the Supreme Courts. All right. Like it says in verse 10, it says, he that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. He that putteth into captivity, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So these punishments are way more punishable than what the Supreme Court has in store, man. All right. We just sitting back and watching it happen through the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right. And the point is in finishing off in 10, it says, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Yeah, so like I said, we just sitting back waiting for it to happen, waiting for the Lord to come back with his judgment. All right. That's the patience. And we believe in the Most High to do these things, and that's the faith. All right. And who's the saints? The prophets, the men of the Lord, the men, the chosen men of Israel. All right. So that's the patience and the faith. But the point is in verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the sea, out of the earth, Salat. And he had two horns. All right. That beast is America. That's the system that was brought up after the great system that was brought up after ancient Rome, ancient Babylon. All right. And this the system, this is the beast that's currently running this world right now. So it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb. And what are those two horns? That's the democracy, the government. That's the Democrat and the Republican as far as what holds America together. All right. And it says, and he spake as a dragon. Right. So they said as a lamb because it comes across as being something beneficial for the people, but it's actually not. All right. So it said it's had two horns like a lamb, which means that the two horns represents the government, which is Democrat and Republican, but the lamb represents the subtleness. All right. The softness. All right. The peacefulness when it was like a lamb, all right, but it really wasn't. It spoke as a dragon because the decrees that come out their mouths is like harsh decrees and the lies and the deceit of a serpent, all right. So that's the point, that this government is like full of shit, man. It tells you that it's here to defend democracy or the citizens of America, but they really don't. They not here to defend them. All right. This congressional hearing about this children trafficking and all of this stuff that's going on deserves a high crime. I mean, a high punishment for their wicked acts, but they're not going to get it. All right. So don't be deceived. And you men of the Lord, man, y'all just continue to sit back and wait, maintain your patience, and have your faith, for that great day of judgment is coming. All right. So Lord willing, I hope that was edifying. Until next time, shalom.